12 things that are old money aesthetic. Knowing the signs to look for makes spotting old money a breeze. Here's a list of 12 luxurious items that only be afforded by the wealthy. Old money whispers and new money yells. But what exactly does it utter? And how can you incorporate some of its vocabulary into your daily life? Find out in this video 12 things that are old money aesthetic. Number 1. It's about more than keeping your appearances. You now have to prove that you have money in order to use the new money. In order to capitalize on one's sudden wealth, one must quickly draw attention to themselves and the newfound good fortune. But how exactly does fresh cash accomplish this? Obviously, by displaying it for all to see. Why isn't it a style associated with old money? Because it has always been in the family. The refinement of one's grooming, personal care, clothing, and general appearance takes years to achieve. Number 2. They stick to their own. The ideal for the wealthy is to reside in gated communities populated by other wealthy people. They own the grand manors that have been in their families for generations, filled with memories of Christmas past, children playing hide and seek with the nanny down the hall, and the family cook preparing a feast for the evening. Consider Catherine Tate's posh mum sketch. They almost ran out of extra virgin olive oil, for instance, and she couldn't quite handle the stress of hiring a nanny from the north. As you'll find out, however, everything would have to take place inside the stunning mansion in the posh neighborhood. Number 3 on our list is fluent in languages. Hello, how are you? The wealthy typically speak more than one language. In fact, they usually know several. All thanks to their excellent education, and of course there's unforgettable summers on the French Riviera or the 3-month-long stay of the Chinese exchange student. You get to start over with each new language you learn. As the lovely Czech Republic proverbs put it, you only get one shot at life if you can speak only one language. This is the style of the well-to-do of the past. Number 4. Nothing beats a stately manor. Lawns and driveways that are meticulously maintained, even adorning the walls, Italianate water features, drapery hedgings, a fondness for classical architecture, and genuine wood furniture. Everything from brass balustrades and heavy curtains to Persian rugs and framed photos from every year, including a candid shot of former president celebrating Independence Day. We could go on and on about their heirlooms, design fabric, towel heaters, and fresh flowers picked from the garden, of course, that adorn every room. Simply put, the grand estate is a symbol of wealth and status. Number 5. They have exclusive hobbies. Sports like football and camping are unpopular among the wealthy, who prefer polo, hunting, and fly fishing instead. What old money in America looks like? Who pays for it? Was the title for a recent article in the New Yorker. The article highlighted the various characteristics associated with the affluence, such as the value placed on private schools, expensive cars like Land Rovers, and attendance at prestigious universities. Author Chris Riley features the work of photographer Buck Allison, who employs models and actors to portray the high society lifestyles of the old and wealthy. The female lacrosse team was the only subject of the series that deviated slightly from the norm. According to Allison, the team members exude a martial intensity that will no doubt serve them well in the corporate boardrooms and white show law firms of their futures. Number 6. Family names. Names like Digby, Will, and Vetta are common among the wealthy. There are also like Digby and Vetta families, as well as the Bill and Bill families and the Vetta and Vetta families. Darling, my dear, and Pet are more common than Scarlet, Usher, and Shy. And there are no Babe, Boo, or Bye. Number 7. Birds of a feather. When you're dealing with old money, having wealthy friends is par for the course. People of similar socioeconomic status gravitate towards one another. The experience of planning a Martha's Vineyard reunion without any one of your friends able to attend due to financial constraints is not a good one. People with a lot of money never have to worry about that. The only important choice the wealthy need to make is who gets to get to water skiing or out on the yacht first. Number 8. They holiday with their own. It's easy to spot a certain class of tourists, whether you are the host show in the Hamptons, lounging on the French Riviera, or hitting the slopes in St. Moritz. The old money knows what's up. You can't raise a Gurkha Black Dragon cigar without hitting a handful of cashmere cardigans knotted around people's necks. The wealthy have been gathering at places like the Tar Farm in Exmoor, England, and the Three Forks Ranch in Wyoming for centuries to go on the hunting trips and make connections over cozy fires. Sailing along the coast of Cairns on a private yacht is the ultimate expression of affluence. If you want to take a vacation like the old folks did, you should avoid using travel packages. Number 9. Private banking. Private banking, more than anything else, conveys the air of old money. It's essential to the affluent look. Whether they are entering the private banking lounge at the airport or just flashing some private plastic, there will be fewer annoying sales calls and more actual beneficial features, and you can expect a more personalized experience overall. Number 10. Attend sports from the box seats. Perhaps you have noticed there's a lot of fresh cash in the luxury suites for the biggest games. However, the wealthy don't care about having a Coke machine, a Wings buffet, or flaming cocktail waitress in their boxes. They'll be watching the game with a private chef preparing a prime rib dinner and selection of the world's greatest whiskey. Reduce the amount of testosterone and increase the amount of relaxed enjoyment of the sport to seal the deal. Number 11. They don't advertise anything. Old money isn't anything you'd see on billboard. The garish logos plastered all over their clothing won't be visible from a distance. Things that make a statement. They are emblematic of the brand that have stood the test of time, and that exude quality and sophistication are what we have in mind. They aren't utilizing their stellar reputation to boost the profile of any competitor. To paraphrase what Curtis said, new money owns the building, old money owns the land. Is the same as not advertising. You can tell who the owner of a structure is by looking at the building itself. But what about the land underneath it? Probably not. But the landowner is happy as he collects the rent from you every month in exchange for the use of his land. And number 12, simple transport. We don't have any rims, extended limos, or big truck attitude. There will be no flashy private jets with diamond furnishing or in-flight movie theaters. None of these vehicles are within reach of the average person, but neither do they shout, "Look at me, I am rich." Town cars such as Bentley or Lexus are okay, but nothing flashy or loud should be used. Real millionaires don't need to be gawked at to know they have made it in life. Then they hop in the Range Rover or Land Cruiser, preferably an old model, and head out the countryside for a day of hunting.